Not too long ago, I did a video explaining why I don't show every gun I own. Some of the guns it's because they're just not here. I don't have access to them, so I don't show them. But I did show one gun and say the reason I wouldn't show that gun is because some guns I have, I'm just ashamed of and I don't want you all to see. Well, I never planned on showing that gun, period, but some of you people out there, some very hateful, evil, and spiteful people have kind of forced me into a corner now to where I have to show the gun because you started saying things like, oh, I bet that's a Kel-Tec. I bet you bought a Kel-Tec. Well, that is shameful. How dare you disparage someone's reputation like that by saying they bought a piece of junk Kel-Tec? I did not buy a Kel-Tec. You might as well have told me you kicked my mother and f***ed my dog as to say I bought a Kel-Tec. So now I actually have to show you this monstrosity just to restore my reputation. And what I bought was a Beretta Pico. Those of you out there that have heard me talk about this gun before know I think it is the ugliest gun on the market today. No exceptions. In fact, I've said in a previous video that this gun looks like a PX4 Storm had a wild night, forgot the condoms, and then later had to drink a case of PBR and throw itself down a flight of stairs to give itself a hillbilly abortion, and this is what popped out at the bottom. So this is one ugly gun. But the bad thing about it is it's ugly, but it's not unique. There's a lot of them around. That's even worse than being just ugly. Being ugly and not being unique. It's like when you see a set of identical twins and they're really ugly and you look at them and you go, well, that's really sad because you're really ugly, but you're not even unique because right next to you is someone who's ugly in the exact same way as you. So tonight I'm going to do something about that. It has to be ugly, but it doesn't have to be ugly in the same way every other Beretta Pico. So I'm going to do something tonight that make it, a little more unusual, not that much unusual, but, just a little bit different than every other silver and black Beretta Pico out there. And the way I'm going to make it look a little different is by installing this. This is a Beretta Ranger green frame for the Pico. If you know anything about the Pico, you know it's a modular gun. You can actually remove the firing control unit from the frame and replace the frame with another color option, or just another frame if you damage the one you have. So I'm going to replace this standard black frame with the Ranger green one just to make it look a little different. Now I don't have a screwdriver up here because I didn't properly prepare for this video like most of my videos. So I'm just going to use this round that I have sitting off to the side here to take the gun down. You see this little slot right here? You just stick this in there and turn it a quarter turn and the slide will pop right off. Now to take it apart the rest of the way, I'm going to keep turning that little dial until that flat part right there is facing down and the rounded side of that is facing up. There's a rounded side on the other side of that little twisty thing. And once you've done that, you just push it through. Pops right out. Once you've done that, that's all there really is to it. Now you just pop this part out of the frame. Comes right out. So now I just reverse the process and put this back in the green frame. And it goes right down in there. Now we just put the little pin back in, round side up as we took it out. Goes right in. Now we just turn that little pin to where it's flat side back up. And then we just put the slide back on. Oh, and while I'm finishing this up here, I'm going to ask everybody to please forgive the cat hair on the table here. My cat likes to jump up here, as she did while I was filming this video. And please ignore the metal shavings that are all over the place. I've been installing some sights, drilling some sights. No, it's not because I've been trying to saw through the court-mandated anklet. It's because I've been drilling sights. So there you have it. It's all back together. Only took like what, 30 seconds, maybe a minute. And the only tool I used was a 9mm round. So that's a really simple design. So now the gun is no longer two-tone stainless and black. It is now two-tone stainless and Ranger green. And the gun might be just as ugly as it ever was. In fact, now it might even be uglier, but at least it's not mundane. This is a new frame for my Beretta Pico. The Beretta Pico has, it's like Maisie. Oh, Maisie. Get out of here. Come on. Get your paw out of my... You got to go in the living room, bitch. You can't be quiet. You got to go.